Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Let's take a trip down memory lane and see how it all started, what happened, and how it ended. You see, since 90% of the Call of Duty community still plays Black Ops 2, there's a whole bunch of weird things in Black Ops 2 that smart people realize, but maybe ignorant people and dumb people don't. Like this picture, perhaps. It holds a lot of truth, doesn't it? So let's take it back to the very start. Call of Duty Black Ops 2, midnight release. The community was pumped. The players were engaged. Everybody was out waiting in lines that were miles and miles long. The game sold records amounts of copies. Everybody was happy. Everybody was happy. We started playing the game. The game was amazing. We were so excited. Even our girlfriends wanted to play with us. Even our significant others wanted to play with us because the game was so amazing. We would stay up all night with our friends. We would play. We would try to grind out. We would have so much excitement playing the game for months and months and months. But then we started realizing something. We started realizing something the more we played Black Ops 2. How can a game whose target audience is from the players that are the ages of 18 to 35 be filled with so many children between the ages of 6 and 13? How is that possible? How are we getting into games where there are so many kids playing all the time? So then it seemed that every single lobby we would get into was just a bunch of annoying children that aren't even old enough to play the game. Then after we realized the amount of children that play the game, then we realized the amount of campers that were in the game. Seemed every single lobby we were going into, people were camping, and they were camping everywhere, and they were playing so annoying. You know, every single time you go into a lobby, you play with those campers. You know the type. The type of campers that just sit in corners and put shock charges next to bouncing Bettys just to piss you off. But we learned to deal with the campers. We dealt with them, and we still do. But then after the campers, we realized the amount of people running around with shotguns. Yes, shotguns. It seems like the shotguns just got crazy out of control after you realize the children, after you realize the campers. Now you gotta realize the amount of players that roll around with the shotguns. But if the children weren't enough, if the camping wasn't enough, if the shotgun players weren't enough, then we realized upon all that bullshit that there was a plethora amount of quickscopers in the game. Quickscopers everywhere, running around with sniper rifles. Aren't snipers supposed to actually stay in cover? Aren't they supposed to just be somewhere hiding so they don't get detected? No, not in Call of Duty. They run around the map and they quickscope you. They don't have no skill. They don't even have to aim. They just run around the map and quickscope you. And then you got those trick shotters and those quickscopers that try to get those 360 no-scope kills, try to get those game-winning kill cams, try to get those clips. Then we realized that. Then after we realized all of that, we realized that any single time that you're playing the game, you just run into people that constantly talk shit. I mean, Call of Duty must have the biggest population of the hardest motherfuckers of all time on that game. Because it seems that every single person that plays Call of Duty is a shit talker. Everybody is an American gangster. Everybody is hard as fuck on Call of Duty. But the problem is that 99% of them dudes talking shit look exactly like this guy. So then we dealt with the camping, we dealt with the children, we dealt with the shotgun abusers, we dealt with the quickscopers, the trick shotters, we even dealt with the shit talkers. But then we started realizing other things that were just broken in the game. Like the amount of players just running around with Scavenger, spamming C4s everywhere, just throwing them over trucks, throwing them inside of rooms and killing everybody. C4s were out of control. The amount of players running around just spamming and tossing EMP grenades everywhere and blinding you and just pissing you off. And yeah, I'm actually guilty of that one. Then we realized the knifers. You know the knifers, the guys that run around the game with lightweight and extreme conditioning and all kinds of fucking perks that make them move as fast as Usain Bolt. They just run around the map trying to knife you all the time. I mean, look at this picture. It's the God's honest truth. They be trying to knife some people so much. This is the way that they butter bread. Like how when you throw an EMP grenade. Now, an EMP grenade is supposed to disable all electronics and radio communications in the area that it was thrown into. So how when you throw an EMP grenade, does the soldier announce on the radio that an incoming EMP grenade is going off? Makes no sense, right? How about if you're playing the map Hijacked on a boat and you call in a K9 unit? How the fuck does the K9 unit even get on the boat? Where do the dogs come from? But even after, we realized all that stuff, we dealt with it. We still played it. We adapted. Even though it would piss us off, we would still deal with it. But then we got to the cake of them all, the lag. The lag in Black Ops 2. You know that lag I'm talking about, how they incorporated lag compensation inside of Black Ops 2 that just screwed over the entire game and every Call of Duty thereafter? The lag in Black Ops 2 was atrocious. You shoot your gun, and an enemy kills you instantly. Then you watch the kill cam, and you realize that your gun never even fired. And then players just stuck around through the lag, just hoping, and thinking that the game would actually fix the lag, that they would fix it. But they can't fix the lag. They don't know how to fix the lag, nor do they even care, because their only focus is on money. You see, Activision's just a greedy, money-hungry company. Their only focus is on making the next Call of Duty. That's why they start hyping up the next Call of Duty 4 months after the last one came out. It's like, damn, didn't you just release this game? Why don't you try fixing this one and working on this one before putting out the next one? Because they won't. All they care about is money. But if that wasn't enough, if all of that stuff wasn't enough, then the final thing that we started realizing that runs rampant in Black Ops 2 started hitting us months and years along as the game went down the road. And that is the amount of racist people and the amount of racism in the Call of Duty population, in the Call of Duty community. I mean, it's literally out of control. And it's very, very sad at the same time. It disappoints me that we as a people in 2015 are still acting so ignorant like this. The human race as a whole, as a people, could never move forward together if we keep on continuing to look backwards. We came from that bullshit racism stuff. We had to deal with that. We had to grow as a community. We had to grow as a population. We had to grow as a people. There was no reason that it should run so rampant inside of an online gaming community. It is sickening. Oh yeah. And let's not also forget about how bad the spawns and the spawn system has become in Call of Duty. It seems like in almost every single game you play, as soon as you spawn, somebody will spawn right behind you and kill you. Or you'll spawn right behind somebody and kill them. The spawning system is completely broke. You seem to die so much just by people spawning right next to you and killing you. So that pretty much sums up the entire timeline of Black Ops 2, and more or less the entire timeline of Call of Duty thus forward. And it's very sad, man. It's really, really sad that that is what this game has come to. That is what the online gaming community has come to. It is very disappointing. And then Activision, and people wonder why. The game sold 20-something million copies, but yet there's only 50,000 to 100,000 people still playing it to this day. They wonder why that Advanced Warfare is a brand new Call of Duty. It's only been out for about 5-6 months. And players are complaining that when they go to play Team Deathmatch, they can't even find a lobby, that they play with the same people over and over again because really nobody's playing Advanced Warfare. And you wonder why. Because of the timeline and of everything that's happening, people are fed up. They're just fed up, man. They've walked away. They are done with Call of Duty. And that's the reason why the popularity of the game is continuing to decline. That's the reason why the player count is continuing to decline. That is the reason why that the sales numbers year after year for Call of Duty titles have been continuing to decline. And you want to know what the fucked up part about it all is? Is that Call of Duty did this to themselves. They did this to themselves. It wasn't the players. It was the game itself and their greedy ways. But we're going to go ahead and get into that in my next video. So if you guys enjoyed this video, man, please go ahead and leave that thumbs up like. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends about me so they could subscribe to my channel, then you can help a brother out. This video took me a long ass time to make, man. A lot of pictures, a lot of editing, a lot of stuff went on. So a like would be much appreciated, man. Let's try to get this video to just 50 likes, and I'll be happy. So anyway, the death of Call of Duty is among us. But it was fun while it lasted, wasn't it? YouTube, this is the Assist Man, and like always, I am out.